How's my hair?
You're on film.
Already?
Yeah,
how's my hair? Look, I just got to look at the back. It's really nice. You did a good job.
Get your hair cut, Peter?
Yes. Did you?
I don't like getting haircuts.
No, I got mine cut the other day, so you're going to get one too.
That's slang for meaning I'm taking a short deal.
Oh, no.
So here we are. What's the address?
This is 123 Williamstown Court in my hometown.
Good. So we just bought a condo, or you just bought a condo.
Yeah.
We bought a condo.
I bought it, you helped me because I'm still learning, so it's us then.
Right. So why don't you tell the folks what the deal is? It's called a slot deal.
Yes.
Sandwich lease option transaction. So why don't you go ahead and explain the deal?
Well, this man lives in Florida. He got transferred a couple years ago.
Okay.
And he had to move out, and he kind of owed too much on it to sell it.
Yep.
Because if he had the realtor and all the expenses, he'd lose money.
So when you sell with a realtor, it costs how much?
6%.
Yeah. Plus all the other stuff, the closing costs.
3%.
And the deferred maintenance cost.
Repairs.
Is 3%. And then negotiation is 3%. So you could easily get to 9 to 15%.
Conveyance tax to the state. Holy crap, sell something, give them money.
So go ahead.
So he had it rented for a year or two, and they didn't leave when they're supposed to. He didn't throw them out. So when they left, he called me months later, says, will you sell it for me now? We were trying last a bunch of months ago, but the tenants never left. So now that they're out, he called me right away when I sell my condo.
Right.
So I gave him an option to purchase and some small money consideration.
Which was?
$10.
Okay.
Haven't sent it to him yet.
Okay.
I'll send it to him today.
Okay.
And I sent the paperwork by email. He signed it. I signed it.
And the paperwork we used was an option agreement for 90 days.
That's right.
We're going to go sell it.
Right.
Okay, so how much did he owe?
He owes $91,000 on the mortgage.
Okay. And how much are the monthly payments?
Just under 13.
Okay, good. So what are we going to do with the property?
We're going to find somebody to lease it and then buy it down the road. The reason that's happening is that a lot of people can't get a conventional mortgage, so they're happy to get a lease with a chance, an option to purchase down the road. And we help them with mortgage, credit repair, whatever they need. But they give us a deposit on the house, and that's our fee.
Right. So slow down. So
that wasn't a test?
81% of the country right now is not mortgageable.
That's right.
So that means 19% is.
Right.
So if you're going to sell a house for cash, which is like on the MLS or anything like that, then you're going to go after 19% of the population.
That's right.
What we're going to do is we're going to go after the 81% of the population that does not qualify for a mortgage.
Yeah.
So we're going to sell this condo with owner financing, or we're going to put on it condo for sale, no bank qualifying.
Right.
We're going to lease it to a tenant for the $1,300, the exact amount that he owes, right? And we're going to give them an option to buy the property.
Right.
The down payment money they're going to give us on the option is non-refundable.
Right.
It's not renting, because renting is you take a deposit or a security deposit and you rent it, and if they do something or have a problem, they call you, you got to fix the toilet in the middle of the night. We don't do that.
Right.
Because they actually own the property, because they have the option agreement, and they're giving us consideration towards the option, right? Yep. What happens is they end up becoming an owner.
That's right. In their minds, this is their place. They're going to buy it. We're going to help them. They're going to buy it.
Now, the slot deal is a sandwich lease option transaction, because what we're going to do is we're going to actually find the buyer. We're going to sell. He owes 91. So we're going to try to get 96, 98, 99, whatever we get. If they put down 5%, say $5,000, we're going to keep the $5,000 as our fee.
Right.
And then we're going to take that person and sign them up with a lease and the option with the owner of the property.
Right.
We take our money, the $5,000, $6,000, $8,000 that we can get or more. We keep it, and the owner rents to them until they can cash out.
Right.
In the interim, we help them with credit repair or whatever they need to do that, and that's how we do it.
That's right.
So a lot of people like to do wholesale deals where they try to pay 40, 50, 60 cents on a dollar, bring it to an investor like us and say, hey, we got this deal, and they try to get in the middle for 10 grand.
Yeah.
Why do that when you get paid too much for a piece of property and do exactly what we're doing? It's the same money. I mean, if you did a wholesale deal and made 5 grand, would you do it?
Oh, yeah.
But what's the chances of trying to buy a property 30, 40, 50 cents on a dollar?
A lot of competition, and people don't want to do that necessarily. It's in really big trouble.
So this guy owes 91. All he wants is off the mortgage because he lives in Florida.
Yeah, he's not making any money. He actually made $6 a month.
Right, and it's on his rent.
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
But he's already got his money out of the property, probably because he bought it, refinanced it, did it, whatever. So he's already got his money out of the property. So technically, we're paying too much for the property. So what better way to do this than to pay too much money for a property, right, and still make 5, 6, 8 grand?
Sure.
Now, how much attention do you think we're going to have on this piece of property? Maybe this week a little bit because we're going to go in and clean it up. We put the lockbox on it. We're going to go over and to Staples right now. We're going to get our paperwork. We're going to get a whiteboard. We're going to put it on my system, which is how to sell it automatically. Now, the way we're going to sell it is we're going to put signs in the neighborhood, say condo for sale, no bank qualifying. Put a lockbox in the front door, okay? And we're going to tell people when they get to the door, we're going to put a sign in the front door and say, if you want to get in this house 24/7, dial this number, and we're going to allow the people to go in the front door.
You're going to let people in your house?
Right.
What if they steal the house?
What are they going to steal?
The house.
Well, first of all, the phone number we're going to put on the sign in the front door is going to track anybody that calls the phone number. So if somebody wants a lockbox code, they're going to call the phone number, probably from their cell phone, and we're going to have caller ID on every phone number that's called. So if there is a problem, then we give the list to the police station, and they can go investigate everybody, and they'll figure it out.
Right.
So it's not that dangerous. I've done it many, many times, and believe it or not, most people don't do that. Okay? So what they're going to do is they're going to walk into the house. They're going to see a whiteboard. It's going to say 2 or 3 things on the whiteboard, like this is the house. Make sure this is the house for you. Make sure everybody go get the paperwork on the front counter. They get the paperwork on the front counter. It's going to have a flyer of the house and how much we're asking for the house. And then it's going to have frequently asked questions. And it's going to have a list of other houses if we have any other houses for sale. And then it's going to have an application form and a down payment assistance form.
Good.
And all that stuff is on there. The object is to get 50, 60, 80 people through the house. All right? Actually, no, that's not. It's probably get 60, 80, 90 phone calls and get 30 or 40 people through the house and find 8 or 10 people that are qualified. That's the object of the system.
And I don't think this is going to be too hard because I've gotten a lot of phone calls from people looking for property. Ask them how much you want to spend. Oh, $1,200.
Right.
Can you do 13? Yeah, I guess. And that's
Right.
what this is. So it fits people's budget.
It's a 2-bedroom. It's in a really nice condo complex.
Pool.
And it's got a swimming pool and all kinds of amenities, so it shouldn't be a problem. But the more important thing that I want to make in this video is that why chase wholesale deals at 30, 40, 50 cents on the dollar when you can overpay and still make the same wholesale amount of money and have a much cleaner house. We don't have to do renovations. We don't have to hire contractors. We don't have to go raise money. We don't have to call a bunch of people that think they're in the wholesale business when they really aren't. No, it's none of that. This is much easier, much quicker, and much better to make your first $5,000, $6,000, $8,000.
Amen.
Agreed?
And because I had this question when I first heard this, why would people pay so much? Why would they pay maybe even a little extra? Because these are people that can't get a mortgage, and they really want to get in a house. I've talked to people. What kind of house you want? I just want a house.
Right.
They just want to get out of apartments. The wife is banging them on the head.
Whatever.
Yeah.
School district.
Yeah.
In a particular case like this, there's a swimming pool, there's places for the kids. It's a perfect environment.
Yeah, it actually has a
small
front
family.
yard in the back, little backyard. They can run around. They can run in the back, they're outside.
So a husband and wife that are just getting started off, maybe she's pregnant, they're just fairly newly married, whatever, this is a perfect place for them to start off.
My son almost bought one of these a few years back.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a great way to do it. But for investors, this is the best way to get started because how much did it cost us to buy this place?
$10 as soon as I send it.
$10. We got the paperwork assigned, and we're working. We're going to go put an ad in the paper. Not an ad in the paper. We already have signs, so the signs will cost you a few bucks, 30, 40 bucks, something like that, $50 for signs. We're going to go on a few websites. We're going to post it, like Craigslist and stuff like that, postlets.com.
All for free.
All sites like that. And we're going to generate a bunch of traffic, put signs around the neighborhood, and next week we're going to have calls.
Yep.
Nice, isn't it?
I love it.
It's what we call a slot deal. Sandwich lease option transaction.
Yep.
Okay?
You bet.
So now the trick is to get the people on the video to start doing it themselves. Over and out.